Today, we're going to be talking about the starting locations. Yup, all those ones. Muldraugh, Echo Creek, Riverside, Rosewood, and West Point. Basically, we're going to be ranking them. But how are we going to rank them? I mean, why could Muldraugh be better than Riverside, but Rosewood be better than both of them? So, in reality, it comes down to three main points. The area within and around the location, the loot you may be able to come across, and lastly, the zombie population. And that's how we'll rank them. Anyway, let's get right into it. As we can see, Muldraugh is a pretty big town. It's actually the biggest starting location the game offers, as well as it's in the middle of the map, making traversing the world easy. You can go from Muldraugh to West Point to Riverside and Rosewood in a pretty short span. Making it even better, it's on the highway that connects the entire map, making traveling so much fun. Moving into the town itself, we can see it has not one, but two gas stations, a pretty decked out and massive police station, maybe prompting some new base ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fucking hell, 7, 8 lots of storage and warehouse facilities. That's a lot. Along with this, it has some pretty cool things like the CDDA Challenge Starter House, a medical center for all your stupidity and injuries, a big, I want to say caravan park, but I don't think that's the right word, but that is here as well, and an adult education center. And lastly, let's check the total zombie population. According to the official website, it estimates that the population of Muldraugh is around 3,566. So this is not a small town. This is a lot of zombies. So, expect a lot. In the end, I'm going to give Muldraugh a 7.5 just because it's a big location and a really cool starting location. It's got a lot of storage, making loot abundant, and it's in the middle of the map, making traveling the world really cool. Next up, we have Riverside. Located in the top left part of the map, it is, obviously located next to a river. I'm a genius. It is not as big as Muldraugh or any others. It's sort of in the middle to, small range of... Anyway, it has a lot of good things, It's got some farmhouses down here. It's got some more open areas down here. But the main town itself, it's mostly just housing. But enough talk, let's go in and have a look. I just got here, and I think I figured something out. There are a few zombies. Haha, who would have known there'd be zombies in a zombie game? That's crazy. Oh, look, there's one now. But to be completely honest, this town is mostly housing, but there are benefits. Just south of the boat club on the far right side of the actual town, there is a huge gated community, and yes, I am using cheats here. Send me away, it doesn't matter. And it is absolutely huge, and there's only one exit and one entry, and that's this one, and there may be two actually. But the point is, this can be a really good base. If you have the time to clear this entire place out, it has really good base opportunities. So the whole place is gated in, except for 1 and 2 over here, and I think it'd be pretty cool if you got the time. But aside from that, this place does actually have a main part of town, so let me show you. It's got a Gigamart, so massive opportunity for loot there. It's got a big old stretch of shops, including a pharmacy, bookstore, and just some general, maybe you can find some good loot, like some backpacks or guns. There are massive amounts of car parks scattered throughout this town, leaving huge potential for good cars. Look, this is just one, and there's 3 vans and a couple cars, including a pickup truck, so that's proven. And ahead of everything, it's on the river, so it's just awesome opportunity for a base. If you've got that really creative mind, you can make something awesome here. Sadly, though, you can't actually go into the water unless you have cheats like me. And here's some other stuff. It has a motel, a school so you can keep up on your education, because you don't want to be stupid, a hardware store, and an accounting line. We need those. 1 gas station in the main town, and there is another gas station, but I wouldn't exactly call this close, as this is the town, and this is the gas station. So there's 1 main gas station in the town. And then right across the street from that second gas station, so we're still in this area down here, there is a big old warehouse with a lot of vans out here. So your mechanical and maintenance skill, or not maintenance, just mechanics, can go up real fast, real quick if you come here early enough. And the total estimated population is apparently unknown. We're going to have to fix that. Okay, so the total population for Riverside is apparently unknown, but let's see if we can find it on Google. Population of Riverside, Kentucky, USA. There isn't a city named Riverside in Kentucky. The name likely refers to Riverside, California. 322,424. Wow. Alright, you better come in here guns blazing. That's a lot. In the end, I'm going to rate Rosewood an 8 out of 10 just because it has great base locations, it's a great little town, and it's next to the river. I mean, come on, what can be better than that? Now we get to talk about Echo Creek. Now this town was only just added in Build 42, and it's now starting location. Other towns that were also added were Ekron and Irvington, but we're not talking about them. Echo Creek, it's a very small town. In fact, the smallest starting location you can do. It's mostly farmland, it has a small town, but to really know it, we got to go in there. So let's go. Now, one thing I want to point out just before we even start ranking the town is this river is awesome. It is so cool. It runs through pretty much the entire town. Starts up here, you know, ends down here at a lake, but man, it's so cool, so country-like. And I'm not joking you, this setup, which was also seen in Muldraugh, is what takes up around 50% of the main town. I want to say these are caravan houses, but yeah, this is it. But here is the really cool thing. There is a gas station up here, but wait, look what's inside. There is an entire diner, right? So there's a whole diner, you know, you've got a convenience store in here, but if you come at the back and go up these stairs, there is a fully furnished house. Look at this, look, there's even people living in here. There is a whole house up here. So already, this is one of the coolest base locations you can actually get. And one more thing about this place, if you come through the convenience store out the back, don't mind him, he's my friend. There is a whole mechanic shop. And if you come out the back even more, there's a gated area. Like, this has to be one of the coolest areas you can actually make a base. And you can never run out of fuel, because the gas is unlimited. And it's always there, just hook up a generator and you're good for your entire playthrough. Now, one last thing I am going to point out, which I did make a mistake of last time, is this. Now, just to the west of Echo Creek, right? I'm going to show you here on the map. I'm over here. Echo Creek is here. There is a big old building, but wait. I'm going to show you what's inside. An entire gun shop. There's a whole gun shop here. There's an entire gun shop of just full of weapons, but there is one cost. Yeah, this is the cost. There's there there are a few you have to get through, and I'll just keep going. Yeah, there's yeah. So you can get really OP really quickly, but you're gonna need to either be stealthy or get to that gun shop and use the guns before they get you. And if we check the website for the population, oh my god, project, make a website that shows the information, please. I'm going to be a bit risky here and say the population is around, I want to say, 800 to 1,000. Don't take my word on that, though. Now, you may think I'm a bit mental here, but I'm going to give Echo Creek a solid 9 out of 10, because it is really quiet out there. The main area of Echo Creek doesn't have that much big of a zombie count, unless you're counting that big military area. The only thing that really does suck about it is you can't really get to other places, like other towns, without, you know, really gearing up on cars. So if you get lucky with a car, and you set up in that base, you're good. And second last, we have West Point. West Point is located in, I want to say, the middle right part of the map, but we'll just say the middle for our sakes. It is also located on the river, but that's not what it's known for. It is known to be pretty much the gateway into Louisville. And just before that, it does have the military compound here. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about West Point. It is a huge town. Not as big as Muldraugh, but not as small as Riverside. It's pretty big. It's got housing, it's got stations, it's got loot, and a highway. So, we are going to go have a look at this now. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, so it's going to be like this. So I feel like I need to emphasize one thing before we do anything. There are a lot, and I mean a lot, of the smelly boys. But aside from that, it has 2 gas stations, some storage units, a big old pharmacy, a gigamart, and you gotta admit it's gonna be a gigamart. I'll shut up. A construction site you may make your base, food market because you need to eat, a church with a lot of parking. I just got unlucky in this round, so no cars for me, I guess. A police station next to the bank, really good security. And then besides all that, that's the main town, and then there's just mainly housing that goes all the way out. But there are 2 cool features I really love. Up in the top of the town, there is a dock with a shed. Yo, you can go fishing. Yo, scratch that, there's a second dock. Yo, we're about to be fishing for days. Look, I guarantee you he was a fisherman before he went. Good luck, sir. Oh. Alright, let's see if this one actually has a zombie count. It actually does. It's amazing. Alright, so the actual estimated population of said town is 5,487. What? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend spawning here. And we're back at the fire. My final score on West Point is going to be a 5 out of 10. Alright, it's not that for me. You know, there's too many zombies, there's not that many good base locations. It is next to the river, it does have some good points, but I just wouldn't spawn there because you're just going to be fighting all the time. And early game, that ain't good, especially for new players. And I've saved the best town for last. It continues its reign through all the builds and still in build 42. Rosewood is the best starting location in my opinion. But we're not going to get the ranking right now, I'm just going to outline it. Rosewood is located pretty much next to Muldraugh. So it's not the middle of the map, but it's not the edge. So Rosewood is, again, one of the smaller towns, but it's not the smallest. Echo Creek is. Rosewood is pretty much base. Rosewood has been in the game for years. Everyone loves it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I will in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're here, in Rosewood. Now, let's go over a few things. It's got a police station, but what's really cool is in Build 42, they have added a new area. If you come through here, up these stairs, there is now a second floor with a helipad. This unlocks so many new base opportunities. It is beyond. Yes, there are zombies, but let me tell you, the old police station was cool, but this just makes it even better. Obviously, there's a car park outside with some cars. We got this strip that shows, you know, you got the Zippy Market, you got the bookstore up here. Yep, there's Book Naked, and right next to it, there's the Rosewood Medical Center. In here is the, like, food area, so you can get a bunch of food in here. Hold up. Box of tissues. Yep, there's the food. Big old car park behind it, so opportunity for cars even more. This building right here is a big old mechanical shop. Yep, we are now inside, and mechanics. Yes, moving on. Gas station, very important. Why is there a sheriff's car? Moving on. And lastly, this is the coolest thing. You ready? Drums. The fire station. Yep. So we all know the fire station. Got a fire truck there. By far the best place in the game. Easily. Tons of space, as we can see here. You go upstairs. There's just tons of room. There's a kitchen with food. There's here areas near you can destroy for base. And what's even better is the loot. Aha, I found it. Firefighter pants. And work boots. You know, look at that. Look at that! They don't have firefighter jacket, but you can get them. Usually the zombies spawn around them with firefighter things. And besides all that, that's the main town. The rest is, you know, as usual, just housing. See, just mostly housing. But the cool thing is, there's one last cool thing, I swear to God. If you're ballsy enough, there's a prison. Like some Walking Dead type shit. There's an entire prison right here. So if you're feeling up to it, and right in this building right here, there's the gun room. So you get in there, you take over this place. Look at that. Look at those gates. Defensive positions activated. Alright, and for the last time, let's look at the zombie population. What? Rosewood. 6,563? What? Okay, so, apparently... Oh, you know what? That would include the prison. Okay, so it's sort of balanced. I'd say around 2,000 in the actual town. That's pretty good. Okay, and we are back at the campfire for the last time, and I can confidently say that Rosewood is a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend spawning there. But then again, what would I know? I'm just ranking them. But the point is, Rosewood is great. It's got a massive amount of loot. It is one with the lowest zombie count. The only reason it was high is due to the prison. Go to other YouTube videos if you don't believe me. It's got great base setup with the police station and the fire station. You can find a super amount of loot. And it's just a really chill town. So, I'll say it again, 10 out of 10 for Rosewood. Alright, and as I sit here doing my push-ups, I'm now going to throw up all my final ratings on screen now. Now, I need you guys to remember that this is not a total for everyone has to believe it. This is just my opinion. But I have gone into depth, and I hope you guys have now fully understand all the locations in the game. Not only has this been a ranking video, but hopefully you've learned something about all the towns and how to survive, hopefully. But if you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe because, you know, I pump out videos like this and it takes a while. But nevertheless, I hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye.